Hi, welcome back to Paw and Order. My name is Carl, and I am gonna teach you how to crate train your dog without any stress at all. We are going to do this together in a way that makes your dog love their little home. First, you need to understand that a crate is not a prison or a place for punishment. It is actually a natural instinct for dogs to want a den. In the wild, animals look for small and dark spaces where they feel safe from predators. When you bring a crate into your home, you are giving your dog a bedroom of their very own. The goal is to make them think of it as the best place in the house. We want them to go in there even when the door is open, because they feel so relaxed. If you start with this mindset, the whole process becomes much easier for both of you. Never use the crate when you are angry, because your dog will sense your energy and start to fear the space. We want happy tails and calm barks only. This journey takes a bit of patience, but I promise you that if you follow these simple steps, your dog will be sleeping soundly in no time. The first step is picking the right crate, because size really matters for your dog's comfort. You want a crate that is big enough for them to stand up, turn around in a full circle, and lie down comfortably. However, you should avoid getting a crate that is way too big. If there is too much extra space, your dog might decide to use one corner as a bathroom and the other corner as a bed. Most modern crates come with a divider panel, so you can grow the space as your puppy grows. Place the crate in a central part of your home, where the family spends a lot of time, like the living room. You don't want your dog to feel isolated or lonely when they are inside. Make it cozy by putting a soft blanket or a dedicated dog bed inside. If your dog likes to chew, make sure the bedding is tough and safe. You can also put a light cover over the top to make it feel more like a dark, secure cave. Setting the stage is half the battle, so take your time to make it look inviting and warm before you even introduce the dog to it. Now we start the introduction phase, which should be very low pressure and fun. Open the door of the crate and secure it, so it won't accidentally swing shut and scare your pup. Drop some really high-value treats near the entrance of the crate, and let your dog sniff them. Don't point or shove them inside, just let them discover the treats on their own. Once they are comfortable eating near the door, toss a few treats just inside the opening. Your dog might stretch their neck in to grab them, while keeping their back paws outside. That is perfectly fine and a great first step. Gradually toss the treats further back into the crate. Use something they absolutely love, like small pieces of boiled chicken or cheese, so they realize that the crate is a magical place, where delicious things happen. If your dog goes all the way inside, give them lots of verbal praise in a happy, calm voice. Do not close the door yet. We want them to realize they can come and go as they please. This builds trust and removes the trapped feeling that causes most of the stress in traditional training methods. Consistency is key, so start feeding your dog their regular meals inside the crate. This creates a very strong positive association between the crate and something they look forward to every day. If your dog is still a bit nervous, put the food bowl just inside the door. Over the next few days, move the bowl further back toward the rear of the crate. Eventually, your dog will be standing fully inside the crate to eat their dinner. Once they are comfortable eating their entire meal inside, you can try closing the door for just a few seconds while they are busy eating. The moment they finish their food, open the door back up. This teaches them that the door closing is a temporary thing and nothing to worry about. If they start to whine while the door is closed, you might have moved a bit too fast. Next time, open the door before they finish eating. You want to stay below their stress threshold at all times. By linking mealtime to the crate, you are using their natural drive for food to overcome any lingering fears they might have had. Now we move on to increasing the time the door stays closed during the day. This is the duration phase. Invite your dog into the crate with a treat and a command word like kennel or house. Once they are inside, close the door and sit right next to it. Stay there for about 2 minutes, then let them out. Don't make a big deal when they come out. Stay calm, so they don't think leaving the crate is the best part of the day. Gradually increase the time you sit there to 5 minutes, then 10. Start moving a little further away from the crate, while they are inside. Maybe stand up and walk to the other side of the room, then come back and sit down. This teaches your dog that even if you move away, you are always coming back. If they stay calm, give them a treat through the bars of the crate. You are building their staying power. It is important to only let them out when they are being quiet. If you open the door while they are barking or scratching, you are teaching them that noise is the key to freedom. Wait for just a second of silence, then click or praise and open the door. To make the crate even more exciting, introduce long-term treats like a rubber toy stuffed with peanut butter, or a safe chew bone. These are perfect because they keep the dog's brain busy and their mouth occupied. Licking and chewing are naturally calming activities for dogs. When you give them a stuffed toy in the crate, they focus on the food and forget that the door is even closed. This is a great way to transition to leaving the room entirely. Give them the toy, close the door, and walk out of the room for 30 seconds. Come back in, sit down for a moment, and then let them out. Slowly increase your await time from 1 minute to 5 minutes, then 15. Always make sure they have had a chance to go potty before these sessions. A dog with a full bladder will be restless and stressed no matter how many treats you give them. The goal is for your dog to be so busy with their toy that they barely notice you left the room. This builds independence and prevents separation anxiety, which is a huge benefit of proper crate training. Let's talk about the whining phase, because almost every dog owner deals with this. It can be heartbreaking to hear your puppy cry, but you have to be able to tell the difference between a protest whine and a distress whine. A protest whine is usually a bit loud and demanding, like a toddler saying they don't want to go to bed. If you give in to this, the behavior will get worse. A distress whine is often accompanied by panting, shaking, or frantic scratching. If your dog is truly distressed, you should back up a few steps in your training and make it easier. However, if it's just a little bit of complaining, try to ignore it. You can also try to capture the silence. The moment they take a breath or stop crying for a second, give them a treat or open the door. Never yell at your dog for whining in the crate. This only adds fear to their frustration and makes the crate a negative place. Stay calm, stay patient, and remember that you are doing this for their safety and long-term happiness. Nighttime crating is the next big milestone in our 30-minute guide. For the first few nights, it is often helpful to keep the crate in your bedroom. Dogs are pack animals and they feel much safer when they can smell you and hear your breathing. If they wake up in the middle of the night and feel lonely, you can simply reach out and put your hand near the crate to reassure them. This prevents them from feeling abandoned in a dark room. Make sure your puppy has a final potty break right before bed. If they are very young, they will likely need to go out once or twice during the night. When you take them out for a midnight potty break, keep it very boring. Don't play, don't use a high-pitched voice, and keep the lights low. Just take them to their spot, wait for them to go, and put them right back in the crate with a tiny treat. You want them to learn that nighttime is for sleeping, not for midnight snacks or games. Within a week or two, most dogs will sleep through the night without any issues. One of the most unique tips I can give you is the crate games concept. You want the crate to be part of their playtime, not just a place for sleep. You can play hide and seek by hiding treats in their bedding while they aren't looking and letting them find them. You can also practice in and out games where you toss a ball into the crate, they run in to get it, and run right back out to you. This makes the crate feel like an interactive toy rather than a box. Another great trick is to keep a special toy that they only get when they are in their crate. This makes the crate time feel like a VIP experience. If they see you grab that specific toy, they will likely run to the crate in anticipation. Using these games helps burn off physical and mental energy, making them more likely to nap once they are inside. It turns the training into a bonding experience between you and your pup, which strengthens your overall relationship. We should also discuss the importance of a routine. Dogs thrive when they know what to expect. If you crate them at the same times every day, like when you are making dinner or during your morning workout, they will adapt much faster. A tired dog is a well-behaved dog, so always aim to exercise your pet before a long crate session. A 20-minute walk or a game of fetch will make them much more willing to settle down. If you put a high-energy dog in a crate without exercise, they will have zoomies inside the box, which leads to frustration. Think of the crate as a place for rest and recovery. After a big walk, your dog's body naturally wants to nap, and the crate provides the perfect quiet spot for that. Also, be mindful of how long you leave them inside. Adult dogs shouldn't be crated for more than 6 to 8 hours a day, and puppies need much more frequent breaks. Always prioritize their physical needs for movement and bathroom breaks, above the convenience of the crate. What do you do if your dog is older and has had a bad experience with crates before? This is called retraining, and it requires even more patience. You might need to start with a different type of crate, like moving from a wire one to a plastic one, so it doesn't look the same as the one they disliked. Start from the very beginning with the highest value treats possible, think pieces of steak or hot dogs. You have to convince them that the old rules don't apply anymore. Sometimes leaving the door off entirely for a week helps them feel like they have total control. Let them use it as a bed with no door for a while. Once they are sleeping in it voluntarily, you can reattach the door. The process is the same, but the timeline might be slower. The key is never to rush an older dog who has crate trauma. Let them set the pace, and celebrate the tiny victories, like them just putting one paw inside. Every positive interaction erases a little bit of the old fear. As your dog becomes a crate pro, you can start moving the crate to its permanent location, if it isn't there already. By now, they should be comfortable being in the crate, while you are in another part of the house, or even out running errands. It is a good idea to leave a radio, or a white noise machine playing nearby. This masks outside noises like mail delivery or car horns, that might startle your dog and cause them to bark. You can also find dog calming music on YouTube that is specifically designed to soothe canine ears. Another pro tip is to avoid big, emotional departures. When you are leaving the house, don't spend 10 minutes saying goodbye and hugging your dog. This builds up their anxiety. Instead, give them their stuffed toy, say a calm, "See you later," and walk out. When you come home, do the same thing. Ignore them for the first few minutes until they are calm, then let them out. This teaches them that your coming and going is a normal, non-eventful part of life. Safety is a huge part of crate training that people often overlook. Always remove your dog's collar or harness before they go into the crate. Tags and buckles can get caught on the wire bars, which can lead to a very dangerous situation. You want the crate to be the safest place in the world, so removing these hazards is essential. Also, make sure the crate is in a temperature-controlled area. Don't put it directly in front of a heater or in a spot that gets direct hot sunlight through a window. Since the dog is confined, they can't move to a cooler spot if they get overheated. Check the crate regularly for any signs of wear or damage. If your dog is a heavy chewer, make sure they haven't started gnawing on the metal or plastic, as this could hurt their teeth or stomach. By keeping the environment safe and comfortable, you ensure that your dog continues to view their crate as a sanctuary. A well-maintained crate is a tool that will last for years and keep your pet secure. Now, let's look at the long-term goal. Eventually, many owners find that they don't even need to lock the door anymore. Your dog will have learned how to settle themselves and how to behave in the house. The crate then becomes an open-door den, where they go to get away from the noise of the house or to take a nap. This is the ultimate success. You have taught your dog the valuable skill of self-regulation. They know how to calm themselves down without your constant help. If you ever need to travel, stay in a hotel, or take your dog to the vet, they will be much less stressed because they are used to being in a confined space. It makes life so much easier for everyone involved. Even if you plan to let your dog sleep in your bed eventually, having that crate training foundation is vital for emergencies or travel. You are giving them a portable, safe zone that they can take anywhere in the world, and that is a huge gift for a dog's mental health. Thank you so much for sticking with me through this deep dive. Crate training is one of the best things you can do for your dog's safety and your own peace of mind. Just remember, be patient, stay positive, and never use the crate as a place for timeouts or punishment. If you keep it fun and rewarding, your dog will naturally gravitate toward their little home. It won't take long before you see them walking in there all on their own just to take a nap. You've got this, and your dog is lucky to have an owner who cares enough to do this the right way. If you found these steps helpful, make sure to keep practicing every single day. Consistency is what turns a nervous pup into a confident crate lover. I am Carl from Paw and Order, and I believe in you and your dog. Happy training, and I will see you in the next video.